This is the Perfect Being. I'm here to tell you all to subscribe to the perfect channel, UnrealEntGaming. Please remember to turn on your notifications to be the first to know about the latest in Dragon Ball news and information. And if you don't, very soon you will all be dead, along with your entire planet.
With the introduction of Kale having to transform into her own variation of what a Super Saiyan is in Universe 6, the uncanny resemblance between Kale and Broly are distinguishable in Dragon Ball Super Episode 93, as Toei Animation and Akira Toriyama followed the exact formula from Broly in the films and having Kale mimic each and every single one of his techniques alongside his demeanor, as you can see on your screen. So the question is, where does this put Kale in the Tournament of Power? One thing that's very noticeable is that she does seem to take orders and listen to Khalifa more than Kaba, as Khalifa was the only one that managed to calm Kale down into reverting back to her base form. It was also noted that even though Kaba wasn't truly trying against Kale, Kale was still able to push Kaba back, even to the point where she almost completely destroyed him if it were not for Khalifa stepping in the way. So now, having to see the direct comparisons between Broly and Kale, the question is, where does Universe 6 stand in the upcoming Tournament of Power? Having to look at the damage that Kale caused to Kaba and the environment, I would have to say Kale is definitely a contender and having to be a worthy adversary to those who oppose her. But also, if you take a look at Khalifa was able to completely block away what seemingly looked like a game-changing attack, and which may have been Kaba's final moments until Khalifa made the save. But regardless of the situation, we saw how Kaba also told Kale to stop increasing her energy, and just like Broly, her power kept increasing, overflowing. This, alongside many other things, could serve a purpose for Kale having to be a tank in the Tournament of Power, and the question is, who is going to eliminate her? It's kind of unfair to put Kale up against Super Saiyan Blue, as Super Saiyan Blue would completely smash Kale out of the water. However, just because Super Saiyan Blue, and I do think to an extent Ultimate Gohan, would be worthy enough of throwing Kale out of the ring, courtesy of how powerful those forms are, to a retrospect, I don't think Kale should be overlooked, nor do I believe Kale should be underestimated just because she is a female as well, because this form could display raw, unmitigated power, unmeasurable power, as seen by Kaba and Khalifa firsthand. Since Kale was not able to power down, Khalifa was the only one to make the save by calming her down using her words. But you also can't deny the rapid evolution that is of the Universe 6 Saiyans and how strong they are getting over time, even more so looking at Khalifa and seeing how she was able to become a Super Saiyan 1 very quickly without having to tap into too much of her emotion and simply having to rely on the tingly feeling and sensation on her back, and then seeing the rapid evolution of Kale in her monstrous Super Saiyan form. One can only wonder as to how strong they are going to be once the hour-and-a-half time limit is over and the Tournament of Power begins. And with this, fans should give Kale a chance, because as seen during this brief moment, at least Kale was able to replicate some words in speaking to Kaba before going into a primal-like state where she just wanted to kill him. I do think that they do have control over Kale, unlike Paragus with Broly. Khalifa and Kaba don't need any scientific technology to restrain Kale from releasing too much of her own powers, as Khalifa was seen to be the one to talk her down using her words. So unlike Broly, it looks like Kale is a bit more controllable, so as long as Khalifa, who is in fact her master and she is Khalifa's protege, remain as a singular unit in the Tournament of Power. But what do you guys think about Kale's transformation? What are your overall thoughts on Kale going into the Tournament of Power? And between Kaba, Khalifa, and Kale, which of the three Saiyans do you guys favor going into this tournament? And logically speaking, who do you guys believe is the strongest Saiyan on the Universe 6 team between Khalifa, Kale, and Kaba? Post your comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are ready for the Tournament of Power to begin, go on ahead and slap a like on the video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to go on ahead and subscribe for more news, information, and updates alongside gameplay videos and reviews on the channel. Thank you all for watching. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys.